Hello, everyone. My name's Jordan Smelley. I'm a certified mental health peer specialist and certified people playing together trainer. Those of you who helped me get the people playing together certification, thank you very much. 'Cause ARC of DFW did help with that, by letting us do the required trainings. So thank you. Okay. So the legislation I was working on this most recent session, so the 89th regular, not the special sessions, but the regular session was HB 1941, which was the IED peer support bill that passed the House in the 88th regular session. It was just kind of hard getting everyone to be on the same page. So then in the 88th session, I pretty much just took the bill that created the mental health peer specialist certification and the recovery support peer specialist certification and tweaked it for IDD outside of state supported living centers because there is a version of peer support in state supported living centers. So trying to appease people and at the same time not reinvent the wheel, so to speak. And so in the 88th session, I submitted a draft to Senator Zaffarini's office because she was the one that filed a bill the previous two sessions. And then we just kind of, I developed a work group, and then we just kind of met every so often and taught strategy for advocacy and bill hearing testimony. Other people that I got support from outside of the Texas legislature, I had some of the people that were part of the work group back with the 87th session, and so I had their information and included them. And then I kind of had a few contacts myself that I had made. And so I reached out to them. And then, of course, they had a few people in mind. And so we reached out to them. And so it was kind of like a networking situation, if that makes sense. Some of the barriers I faced, if we're talking about like I slash what others may face. Obviously, the bigger the stakeholder group is on a bill, the harder it is to come to a consensus, which was a little bit of the issue back in the 87th session. So I created a little bit of a smaller group, but the voices that we would need to at least let them know what we're doing so they don't like try and kill it so it gets a hearing, keeping them in the loop and offering them a seat at the table, and if they took it, great. If not, there seemed to be that mutual respect because we reached out. So other barriers would be the time limit. And unfortunately, and I'm saying this so that way if any of you advocate next session, they don't like put everyone like within the same hall at the Capitol. They are like widely spread out through the complex when we're talking about the offices for the senators and the representatives. So just keep in mind, if you're like me and have difficulty with long distance walking, it is probably best to go with a group and y'all divide and conquer. So that way you can kind of not overdo it like I did back in the 88th session. It could barely walk. So Texas HHSC has many different advisory committees, and as far as I'm aware, so don't shoot the messenger if this isn't fully true, but as far as I'm aware, all of them allow virtual public comment on Teams. Teams is the platform the state uses for most of the agencies. So you can always register to get the email blast for the upcoming events. What I would say to those that are new, um, It might be a little scary at first, but it kind of gets easier the more you do it type of situation. Um, I will say for me personally, most of my experience with members of the Texas legislature have been pretty much supportive.